SOI4 Make It Count election coverage continues tonight with our series of candidate interviews. This evening we are concentrating on Idaho's 1st Congressional District with Democrat Walt Minnick. Thank you so much for being here. What is the most important, do you think, issue for Idaho voters right now?
Right now in Idaho, it's the same as any place else. It's the state of economy and how we get the country moving and create some jobs.
And speaking of that, let's talk about Wall Street. Would you have voted for the bailout?
I would not have voted for that particular bill. I'm a businessman and I know how important it is to have the financial system work, but I would have opposed that bill because of the golden parachutes, the fact that the taxpayers are having to buy $1 trillion of assets that nobody knows the value, and that there was no reform in it. And then they Christmas treated up with all kinds of pork and earmarks at the end to add insult to injury. So what they have done subsequently makes more sense than what was proposed in that bill.
The Democrat National Congressional Committee is running an ad that shows your opponent, Bill Sali, with sheep, saying that he hangs with the wrong flock. It's raised lots of eyebrows. Do you think that that is an appropriate ad?
I have to tell you, I haven't seen it. It's run by... I don't watch much television, despite the fact I'm married to an ex-TV anchor. I've honestly not seen it. What my staff has said is they're only lukewarm with respect to its effectiveness. I don't know about its appropriateness.
Congressman Sali says that you oppose everything that Idaho voters stand for, that you are as liberal as Barack Obama. Is that true? And are there things, or what things do you disagree with Senator Obama on?
The ad is totally misleading, and so is Congressman Sali. I'm a conservative Democrat. I've been a businessman. I'm going to be a member of the Blue Dog Coalition if I'm elected. The answer is not more government or more spending. And I'm concerned about Obama's views on taxes. I want lower taxes for the middle class, not higher taxes. I'm concerned about spending. I want balanced budgets. And I'm also concerned he may not be pro-gun enough.
Talk a little bit about your opponent, his record, the good things about his record and the not so good things, in your opinion.
Do you want a brief conversation? Well, he has been very much at the extreme and not a very effective congressman. He was rated the 423rd most effective congressman by Congress.org, behind a couple of non-voting delegates. And it's because he has not been able to work effectively across the aisle or even within his party to come up with mainstream common sense solutions to things like jobs, children's health, or even on the economy, where he's taken an extreme view.
Real quickly, where do you stand on what to do with our troops in Iraq?
We need to get our soldiers out of Iraq, but we need to do it with honor. And I would follow the roadmap that General Petraeus has laid out.
We want to ask a series of short yes and no questions. We've asked the same of your opponent. Will you go so far as to cut funding to bring an end to the war?
No.
Should defense spending be reduced?
This is a dangerous world, and I think the answer is no right now.
Will you commit tonight to never vote to raise taxes?
I think taxes have to be fair, and it's irresponsible to say that no tax increase would ever be appropriate. I don't want these hedge fund millionaires to not pay any taxes at all because they've got a second home in the Cayman Islands, for example. So some reform is appropriate.
Do you support a universal health care system?
I want every American to have comprehensive, affordable health insurance. I don't want it to be government run. And I want people to pay for it to the extent that they're able. But every American should have health insurance. That would insurance only works when everybody's in the system. So that's what I would aim for.
Do you think government should regulate Wall Street more?
I think the last events of the last 4 weeks demonstrate that the government was asleep at the wheel. We do need more comprehensive regulation and make sure that every institution and every security is regulated by someone. But aside from that, let the free market system work.
Do you think global warming is man-made?
there's a lot of evidence to suggest that the world is warming, and whether it's man-made or not, we ought to deal with it. I think the preponderance of the scientific evidence would suggest that man is having some effect on the global climate.
Would you vote to legalize gay marriage in all 50 states?
No.
Will Idaho's 1st congressional district and Congress be worse off if Bill Sali is reelected?
Idaho only has 2 congressmen. It's important that they both be effective and be able to work across the aisle in a bipartisan way. Neither of those have been things Bill Sali has been good at. I believe I would be much more effective in getting things done for Idaho and working in a bipartisan way with Idaho's other congressmen to deal with issues that are important in the state.
All right, Mr. Minnick, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.